That is Turn It On, the new one from Default. This is across the board on Hawk Radio, hawkradio.org. I am E. This is the Colonel. Now, I have to say, I know the Colonel,
I'm very excited.
You share my thoughts with this. Default, one of my favorite bands, man, and love the new song. And as promised, we have Dallas Smith, lead singer of Default, on the phone right now. Dallas, are you there?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Great, man. Love the new tune, man. You know, your old stuff, your new stuff, all the same quality. Definitely appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, man. One of the best bands to come out of Canada ever, too, I have to say.
I appreciate it. I think it's from across the world. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be doing a little butt kissing here because I'm a huge fan of the band. So I'm going to say across the world.
Awesome.
Yeah, so now the Colonel here, one of his favorite songs, the same with me, Count on Me. Just before we brought you on the air, we played Wasting My Time and Count on Me. What is the inspiration behind the song Count on Me?
Nothing, no particular story. It was just we found that we were getting caught in that negative relationship songwriting sort of things, and we sat down and we're like, we need to write something that's a little more positive sounding, and there's a couple of situations within the band that were kind of along that storyline where you know I've got this person's back or I've got that person's back if you need me. So it just kind of worked out real well.
Now, another thing, too, is, and this is a kind of a quick follow-up to E's question, I know around the Internet every once in a while people kind of get confused and consider you guys like a Christian band because your music has a lot of positive influence in it. Is that a common misconception, or are they on the right track with something here?
No, I don't hear that too often, to be quite honest. I think it's the first time. I think we've heard that a bit in the beginning of our careers, but it's been a while since I've heard that. Yeah,
I definitely got to say that the music, I love all of it, and you guys find your ways on the movie soundtracks all the time and in video games. Does that happen by design, or is that is this something that happens? People hear it and just go with it because it's great music.
I don't know. We just found out we're on the Saw soundtrack too, and I don't know how that stuff happens, but whether this be management or the publishing company, I'm not sure, but I'm sure glad it does.
Yeah, and Saw 3D is one of the top movies in the U.S. I'm not sure how it's doing in your home country of Canada, but one of the top movies in the U.S., and you do have a song you are featured on that soundtrack.
The last song we just played.
Exactly. So now, your album actually just came out in Canada a little bit earlier. So the album, by the way, is called Comes and Goes. Definitely check it out. It came out in Canada, and it just dropped in the U.S. Why the delay between the drop in the countries?
Well, we had this record done late 07, early 08, and the label we were on in New York City, TVT Records, got into a bunch of legal problems, to say the least, and through the court proceedings and everything that had to happen on that end, our careers were frozen. We couldn't do anything with the record because it was considered a company asset and might have to get auctioned off, which it did, and so luckily we were able to free ourselves legally up in Canada a year previous. So we released it about this time last year up in our home country, and finally we've been able to free everything up and get it out here in the U.S. now.
Now, how did this TVT thing, how did that affect your group as like the morale and everything?
It was pretty tough, to be quite honest. We finished the record and all that stuff came around and came to be, and to be honest, I became really, really bitter about the music business, and I shelved the record. Right. I didn't listen to it. We went out and played a few shows here and there, but I just kind of just shelved it and just continued on with different parts of my life, and in that time, though, we did some cool stuff as a band to kind of keep us together and keep us connected, and we went out to Afghanistan to play for the troops and did the same thing in South Korea and Japan, and so we did a lot of cool trips to kind of remind us how lucky we are to be doing this, but yeah, it was a tough couple of years. It was, to be quite honest, it was really tough.
Now, also big fans of the song Deny, kind of a harder song for you like this new one is. Yeah. Great video, too. Now, how did the idea come up to have Layla Ali in the video?
That was strictly the director. Noble Jones is his name. I think he does mainly commercials now. I haven't heard him do music videos lately, but he did Wasting My Time, the video for that, and then we used him again, and he right away, just boxing theme, I wonder if we can get her up, and it was all his idea. He ran with it. It was good.
Yeah, great stuff. Now, tell everybody how they can get in touch with you guys, MySpace, Facebook, and where you're going to be touring.
Defaultonline.com is all about tour dates there. Then you can get through us, all of our social media sites. Some of us are on there personally and stuff, and you can kind of follow around, and it's all connected to that. So. And
then tell us, some of your tour dates. I know you're going to be in our area. You're actually going to be in Baltimore at Ram's Head on December 8th. Yeah, so we will be out there, by the way. We'll have to
I think I'm going to have to find my way to get there. I have to go.
Yeah, that's a great venue. It's a small venue. Have you played there before?
Unless it's changed names since we've been in Baltimore last. I don't think so.
I think it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But a great small venue with solid rock bands all the time. So really looking forward to that as well. Yeah. So
it's not about the size of the venue. It's all about the sound system and the vibe in the place. People always ask me what my favorite places to play are. It's just as long as the sound system's good, the band can translate great, and the band being up close and personal in those small environments. I always love that. Watching as a fan. So hopefully we're able to hit a lot of places like this on this tour.
Yeah, I highly agree. I like seeing a band in a smaller venue as well. What's in the future for Default?
We're just gonna do this tour. We're back home for Christmas, and then we get a couple weeks off in January, and we're gonna be heading down to the U.S. I believe in the early spring, late winter, and that's our plan. We've got Canada out of the way. We might pop up a few times to do a few shows here and there, but we're concentrating on you guys down here for the next year and a bit. So,
let me ask you this: who's your favorite band out of Canada? I know you're not going to say Celine Dion
or Nickelback.
Ouch!
Yes,
no, they're good buddies of ours.
Right? Yeah, you guys were actually discovered by Chad Kroeger, correct?
Yeah. He was. He used to check out. My drummer and guitar player, they had a band before, and I used to go and check them out and watch them when I was in high school, and they opened up for Nickelback a bunch of times and hung out with those guys, like when they were playing in front of 15 people. So we've been around those guys for a long time, and yeah, Chad got a hold of our demo when I joined the band, and it kind of went from there. But as far as like favorite Canadian bands, there's been a bunch. I mean, I'm sure you guys play Finger 11.
Oh, absolutely. I love Finger 11. Yeah.
Yeah, great band, great guys. We do shows with them quite often up in Canada. But yeah, Finger 11. I mean, Nickelback's a great band, obviously. Not Celine Dion, not that kind of stuff. But we've got some good rock bands. I mean, 3 Days Grace, Theory of a Dead Man.
Our Lady Peace,
pretty good roster up there.
Yeah, Our Lady Peace is a great one too. Just tell us a little bit about your songwriting process. From inspiration to your vocals and laying down the music.
Generally, the guys will get together and music will come first, and then just the kind of the feeling of the song it will kind of dictate the melody and the lyric to kind of the follow, And I usually pick the subject title based upon the feeling of the song. Not many songs come out just with our band, but just like, okay, here's a great lyric idea. Here we go. We're going to run with this. It kind of just starts from the ground up, from drums, bass, guitar, and the riff, and then the feel of everything and how the chorus releases, and it just kind of go from there, right? Built from the ground up.
That's incredible. Just whatever you do, keep doing it, Dallas. I mean, like I said, we love it. Quality from your first album to the newest album. Again, it is called Comes and Goes. Just dropped here in the U.S. Back in October last month. So go out, please get that album. You will not be disappointed.
I already bought it.
Yeah. See these guys live. I'm actually buying it tonight on iTunes. Just got paid. So,
nice.
We'll see you guys live as well. Again, if you're in the Maryland area, December 8th, they will be at Ram's Head Live. The Colonel and I were just there last Saturday night. So great venue. Check it out. We'll see them live. And before we let you go, Dallas, we're going to ask you to do a live drop for us. So, however you want to personalize it, just something about, who you are, the band, and you're listening to Across the Board.
Sure.
Whenever you're ready.
Hey, this is Dallas from Default. You were listening to Across the Board.
Awesome,
Great,
man. Thank you so much, Dallas. We appreciate it. Wish you best of luck with sales of the album and the tour, and we will see you in December.
Yeah, we'll see you in about 3 weeks or so.
Yeah, sounds great, brother. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
All right, take care. Again, thank you to Dallas from Default. Love that band, man. So excited.
It's a great
You
band.
in radio, you get bands on that are great, and, sometimes you're obligated to interview them. But we are fortunate enough to get bands that we love. Every single band that we have on, we are huge fans of. So go out and see those guys. Again, the new album Comes and Goes and Turn It On is a new song. Check it out. So we're going to get into your requests coming back in just a little bit. Again, this is actually this is across the board on Hawk Radio.
HawkRadio.org.